Hey, Steve, what's happening, man?
Nothing much.
I like all your figures.
I've been collecting for only 2 years. That's the funny part.
That's really great. How do you get them? Do you buy them in a store? Do you find them online?
Well, mainly we find them online, but sometimes we find them from our Walmart.
Yeah. I know some friends of mine have gone like even to like flea markets and things like that, and they've gotten some really vintage ones, some rare ones.
I've got like a whole place full of jacks over here.
That's cool. What's your favorite figure? Which one are you most proud of?
In the box or out of the box?
Well, I don't know. You tell me. Which
Okay,
is your
out of the in the box would be this Slim Jim Macho Man.
Oh, that is so cool.
One in a
That's
raffle,
awesome. Wow, that's great.
and the one out of the box would be the X-Pac.
Oh, really? Why is that one your favorite?
Because since I'm a kid and I play with all the wrestlers and stuff, he has so much. He has good articulation. I just love it.
He's
It's
great.
good to play with.
Yeah, where are you from?
I'm from Canada,
Very good.
Toronto.
What in Toronto, one of my favorite towns. We always had a great time there. So did you have questions? Did you just want to say hi? What's happening?
I had questions. I'm hoping you can settle this argument from me and my dad.
Okay.
He's if I might be a manager when I grow up since I can't wrestle. So I want to be a manager for a good guy. He says I can only be a manager for a bad guy. So which one is it, and why?
Well, historically, Dad would be right that managers have usually always accompanied bad guys to the ring because one of their main jobs as the manager is to distract the referee, hand in, a hunk of chain or brass knuckles or some weapon that the bad guy is going to use. But we've seen some good guy managers from time to time, but they are few and far between. So I think you have the chance to be different in being a good guy. But if you're a good guy, you seem like a good guy, Stephen. I don't know. I just don't see you being a bad guy. You can be anything that you want, but you have to have a good relationship with the wrestler that you represent. You have to be well spoken, and you have to be able to properly hype the matches so that it really interests the fans to either come see them live in the arena, watch them on TV, or order the pay-per-view. So that's very important. You've got to be a really good hype man.
Okay, second question. I went. So you've been a manager and announcer and an commentator. Sorry, commentator, and
Yes.
many more. What was your favorite thing to do?
Well, as I chew some ice, excuse me, I had a great time as a manager. I managed the Haas brothers in ECWA. That was Charlie Haas was one, and his late brother Russ, God rest his soul, was the other. We had a lot of fun in ECWA. We created all kinds of havoc there for my good friend Jim Kettner. But obviously, being an announcer and calling matches in New Japan Pro Wrestling is the true highlight of my career. I've had the opportunity to announce for WWE, for Ring of Honor, for New Japan, and various other companies around the country and the world, including Rev Pro in the UK. But being able to call matches for New Japan Pro Wrestling is the greatest thing I've ever done.
Okay. Last question. I love the world of wrestling. I would
Yes.
love to be a wrestler, but I can't because of my 2 brain surgeries and my Chiari. So, what career do you think that I should go for
Well,
in wrestling?
yeah, I know. You can have a long career in wrestling, doing a lot of things. Wrestling is just one job of many. And if you think about it, there are wrestlers there for every one wrestler, right? Like in WWE, there's 200 wrestlers. but there's probably 500 or 600 people that work for the company in total on a full-time basis. And that's not including the local stagehands that help set up the events and put the shows together. I mean, you're talking hundreds, if not thousands of people that work behind the scenes to make everything happen. So it just depends on what your interest is. If your interest is on the television side, there's a ton of jobs because everything that you see on television and pay-per-view is produced by somebody. You could also work in live event promotion. You can work in marketing and sales. You can do a whole lot of things involving wrestling. And that doesn't have to be in front of people. It doesn't have, it's all completely behind the camera. The most important thing, though, is to go to college and get a college degree, because I know the rules are the same now. They really look highly in the WWE, for example, on a career on having a college degree. But if you wanted to start at a local basis, like, for example, find a local promotion when you get a little older that's in and around your hometown and go and volunteer. And you'll do everything from set up chairs and help put the ring together to making sure people are seated in the right seats. And then you could help the local promotion. And you might be running a camera. You might be doing just about anything. But there's a ton of jobs in wrestling for non-wrestlers. You could definitely have a long career with that.
Like a ref?
Oh, you could be a referee too. But a referee's got to get physical from time to time, and a referee might get hit. So I don't know if you'd be physically limited from doing that, or you could be an announcer. You could be you could definitely be one of the announcers if you wanted to be.
I think I can be a ref because we've got that handled. We're gonna talk to Vince, or whenever I grow up to get there.
You talk to Vince, and you just tell him exactly what you want to do, and he'll appreciate it. Trust me.
Thank you one more time. It means a lot to me.
Thank you, buddy. You did a great job, and it was great to talk to you.
Thanks, Stephen.